Continuing our coverage of Russia-Ukraine conflict, I have several updates for you. In the previous video, I reported about Russian recognition of LPR and DPR. Luhansk People's Republic and Donetsk People's Republic have been recognized by Russia as independent countries. What happened after that? Did Russian military enter Luhansk and Donetsk? How is Ukraine responding? Because Zelensky, president of Ukraine, delivered a public speech just an hour ago. How are Ukrainian backers, the US, the EU are responding? Will they back Ukraine? Will Ukraine launch an attack on Donbass, on Luhansk and Donetsk or not? Several updates. Firstly, viewers, Russia recognized LPR, DPR a few hours ago. The two areas are in Donbass region, and a Russia-backed uprising has been going on in these two regions since 2014. In 2014, Russia took control of Crimea. Then uprising started in these two areas, Luhansk and Donetsk, eastern part of Ukraine, and there is majority of ethnic Russians here in this zone, Donbass region, Luhansk and Donetsk. Now, after the announcement to recognize LPR and DPR, immediately after that, Russia sent its troops to Luhansk and Donetsk. Russian President Putin signed a decree authorizing the deployment of Russian troops to Luhansk and Donetsk. So right now, when I'm recording this video, Russian troops are in Luhansk and Donetsk. Russia says that they are peacekeepers. Whether they are peacekeepers or not, but Russia now has taken military control of Donbass, of Luhansk and Donetsk. How did the people of Luhansk and Donetsk respond to this recognition? Obviously, they are happy because there's a majority of ethnic Russians there. We saw some videos showing people celebrating there. Watch two videos. First video shows the entry of Russian troops last night into Luhansk and Donetsk. Second video shows celebrations in Donbass. Then we'll move on to other developments. What happened after that? How is Ukraine responding? How will Ukrainian backers respond to this Russian move? A UN Security Council session was held immediately after a Russian announcement to recognize LPR, DPR. Russia chaired the UN Security Council meeting because Russia is holding the presidency of UNSC these days. Nothing happened. US and other UN Security Council participants condemned Russian move. China remained silent. China did not condemn Russian move. No sanctions could be announced at UN Security Council because Russia is there, China is there too. US is about to impose sanctions on Russia, on Luhansk and Donetsk. Both US and EU are preparing draft of sanctions in coming hours, stringent sanctions on Russia, on Luhansk and Donetsk are expected. US has evacuated its diplomatic staff from Lviv. US embassy was in Kiev, Ukrainian capital. Then it was moved to Lviv, which is in western Ukraine. And from Lviv, reportedly, US has evacuated its diplomatic staff to Poland. So diplomatic staff of the US is not in Ukraine now, it is in Poland. Does it mean that there could be some serious escalation in coming hours? That is why US is withdrawing its entire diplomatic staff from Ukraine. We'll talk about that. Then viewers, after that, Zelensky, president of Ukraine, spoke. We were waiting for his speech. What would be the next step to be taken by Ukraine? What did he say? Firstly, he said, Ukraine will not give up an inch of its land. Secondly, he said that Ukraine wants peace. Thirdly, it is 2022, not 2014. In 2014, Ukraine lost Crimea. So he was saying that now Ukraine is stronger, Ukraine military is stronger, and Ukraine will respond. But he said Ukraine wants clear, visible support from the West. That is what we have been discussing in some previous videos, that how far will Ukrainian backers go to support Ukraine. Issuing statements is one thing, but sending troops fighting on the ground is another. That is what Ukraine is saying, that West must back Ukraine clearly, visibly, openly. Will the US and EU just impose sanctions on Russia, on Luhansk Donetsk, or will they back a counter military move from Ukraine? That remains to be seen. Watch this video clip showing Zelensky, Ukraine president, speak about Russian move to recognize LPR, DPR. Then we have a map for you showing Russian deployments around Ukraine.
Ми на своїй землі. Ми нічого і нікого не боїмось. Ми нічого і нікому не винні. І ми нічого і нікому не віддамо. І ми в цьому впевнені. Бо зараз не лютий 2014 року, а лютий 2022. Інша країна, інша армія, одна мета – це мир. Мир в Україні.
So Zelensky seems to be implying that Ukraine will respond. But after Russian troops entered Luhansk and Donetsk last night, we did not see shelling artillery strikes on Luhansk and Donetsk from Ukraine side. Though a few hours ago, statement was issued by Ukrainian military. Ukrainian military says that 2 Ukrainian soldiers were killed and 12 were injured in shelling from Luhansk and Donetsk last night. Did this shelling happen before Russian troops enter Luhansk and Donetsk or after that? What we have learned, viewers, is that after the entry of Russian troops in Luhansk and Donetsk, shelling from Ukrainian side went quiet. So that shows that either Ukraine is stepping back or it is planning a major attack. So in coming hours, we'll see what will happen next. US meanwhile says that Russia has more plans. It now will advance towards Kiev. It wants to attack Ukraine. I personally think that Russia wanted Donbass. It wanted Luhansk and Donetsk. It deployed its troops in Belarus, in Rostov, in Belgorod, in Sea of Azov, just to frighten Ukraine, just to stop Ukraine from responding to Russian move of taking Luhansk and Donetsk. Now critical time has arrived. What remains to be seen is Ukrainian response to Russian recognition of LPR, DPR. Will Ukraine, the US, the EU, the UN keep on issuing statements? Will they just issue statements and impose sanctions, or will they go towards military offensive to take back Luhansk, Donetsk? That remains to be seen. You can see a map on your screen, viewers. This map shows Russian military deployments close to Ukrainian borders. You can see that in northern direction, eastern direction, and southern directions, there is heavy deployment of Russian troops close to Ukrainian border. It would be very difficult for Ukraine to challenge Russia now. So we'll keep you updated. I personally think that things could move towards stability now. Thank you for watching.